This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Welcome back to Off Topic. This is episode 49, and it's another audio-based podcast episode. This one it will be about bad tile work. If you do not follow me already on Design Fails Official, that's another social media account that I run, and I created probably like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe at this point. And probably 3 or 4 times a week, I post these reels or photos of just bad design work. In the past couple of weeks, I posted a couple of bad tile work, and I think we've all, if you're in real estate, design, or really just a homeowner looking at houses, you go into these houses and just see these horrible tile work. If it's a backsplash, or I mostly see it in showers and bathrooms. It's incredible what people allow contractors to do to their house, or maybe it's the homeowner doing it. But tile is one of those things that I will always hire someone to do. Tile is so easily messed up, and if it's not straight, it's going to drive me crazy. Maybe some people don't think that way, but like last year when I did my kitchen, the only thing that I paid someone to do, and because I wanted to do it and get it done right, was my backsplash. Even though my backsplash literally only had 10 tiles because I did planks from my backsplash, but I did not want to mess it up. I didn't want it to be uneven. It's one of those things. My old backsplash was a painted black or a painted green glass tile. It had that. It was actually maybe it was a backer that was green on a clear glass tile, but the homeowners before did it themselves. I know they had to have it. They were cracked. They were uneven. It looked like crap. I think most people that came into my house probably thought it looked really good, but it's one of those things that if you live in that situation or you see it every day, it just drives you absolutely crazy. So I'm gonna put a reel on my social media saying this little blurb that I come up with, which I'll say in a second. But I go ahead and follow me on Design Fails Official. It's a really cool website. It's a cool part thing that I do on the side. It's just kind of fun. Every time I see something just horribly done, just give it a little post, and it's a fun account to run. Just I think people like us or like-minded people that are designers, real estate agents, you see these on the daily, and it's just fun to post about. But my post on Eric Dillman Designs and OB Designs Fails is going to say, the mosaic of misery that is bad tile work, like patchwork quilt woven from shattered dreams and uneven grout lines. It stands a testament of human capacity, artistic misinterpretation. Imagine step into a bathroom where floor tiles play hopscotch with your feet, or a kitchen bathroom that resembles a modern art piece inspired by a drunken game of Tetris. Each crooked tile tells a tale of DIY ambition gone awry, leaving behind a legacy of crooked corners and misplaced patterns. It's a reminder that sometimes in the quest of beauty, we find ourselves lost in a maze of lopsided lines, wonky angles. So the next time you encounter a tile mosaic that more oh no than oh wow, just remind yourself, behind every bad tile job allows a story waiting to be retold. So go ahead, check that out. I'm going to put it with some of the pictures that I've been posting on the Design Fails page, and go give them a follow, and go give me a follow at Eric Dillman Designs. That's the main topic this week. Let's get into music. Music is ramping up because summer is getting closer and closer. It seems like when the warmer weather starts coming out, the more country music comes out. And the first one up, and I think is probably one of the best songs of the week, is Sam Hunt. I'm a huge Sam Hunt fan. I've been a huge Sam Hunt fan since before his first album. When Leave the Night On was the very first single. When it first came out, I remember hearing it on Sirius XM and thinking it was such a good song, and I've been a huge fan ever since. But this song is called Locked Up. I believe, if you don't remember, a couple years ago, he got in some trouble. And then he got in trouble again, and he was about to release this song, but it was just an untimely manner that he shouldn't release this song. And I think this was it, because it kind of goes over how his wife stood by his side when he got locked up and was going crazy, and not crazy, but just being rebellious and trying to grow up type of deal. It's a really good song. I haven't seen the music video yet. It's supposed to be him shooting it in a prison, kind of singing to inmates, which I look forward to listening to that. But Sam Hunt, again, one of my favorite singers. I guess this is going to be part of an EP called Locked Up. He has Outskirts, which is on country radio right now, which we'll see what it is landing on the media base chart. But there's two other songs that haven't come out yet, so 4 total songs. The other 2 that we haven't heard yet is Country House and Last Hoorah. So looking forward to do that. I think it comes out April 5th. So go check out that song. Sam Hunt is finally releasing more and more music. It's great. It's so crazy because he seems like such an A-list country artist, but he really only has 2 albums out. It's insane. I remember going to his concert in First Niagara Pavilion at the time, but now Star Lake Pavilion here in Pittsburgh. And it was a sold out stadium. Or pavilion. The whole lawn, you couldn't even move. And he just had 1 album out and probably like maybe 3 singles, but he was just so big. And then he took such a long break in between, which lots of the time when you take those long breaks, you kind of die of the momentum. But I feel like he's kept it, and his fans have really stood by his side. But go check that song out. Next up, Megan Maroney came out with another song. She just keep coming out with more of these songs that she leaks or sings in person at concerts and stuff that are fan favorites. This one's called The 28th of June. Good storyteller song. Check that one out. Kane Brown came out with a new single called Fiddle in the Band. Kane Brown he's one of those artists that I feel like people pass up because they think he's just not country enough. But he has some great songs. I think he would be an amazing live. I would love to see him. I think he's in Pittsburgh like next week. But I would love to see him live. But this song's great. Brothers Osborne is coming out with an EP, or they just came out with the EP on Friday. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet. I only listened to the main song that was promoted on Apple Music, which is Break Mine, which is good. I like Brother Osborne. They have some pretty cool voices, and they're one of those artists that, like, as soon as they come on the radio, it's them. It's kind of hard sometimes with country men on the radio. They all kind of just sometimes sound the same, and it's as soon as you hear a Brothers Osborne song, it's them. Next up, Zach Brown Band probably came out with one of the first songs in the summer, and it's called Tie Up. It really brings you back to the Zach Brown Band, 10 or so years ago, when it was like that nice summery music. Really like this song. Go check that one out. I think it's going to be a great summer song. Ann Wilson came out with a song with Jordan Davis. She has such a cool country voice. So if you're a fan of Lainey Wilson, she is... Nope, I don't think they're related with the Wilson part. I just got that now. But she is a really, really twangy country singer that really has some really cool songs. She sang this song with Jordan Davis called Country Gold. Great song. Hopefully it goes on the radio with having Jordan Davis on there, and finally get Ann Wilson into the country radio charts and get her some success, because she deserves it. Next up was kind of teased a lot on social media last week, but Sarah Evans coming back, and I think she announced that she's having a podcast. But this song is about that time in her life where it was like, I think, Dancing with the Stars, or the time when her husband was, I don't know if he was abusing her or whatever, but this song is called Pride, and it's all about that. It's a great written song. I don't know if it's one of those songs that's going to go to number 1, but it's definitely one of those songs that's going to become very big, just because of the fact it's a real life story. We saw what she went through in the news, so it's kind of nice now to hearing her perspective and actually seeing what actually happened, because I don't think she's ever really told the full story. So being able to tell this in a song form is pretty cool. And then the last up, this song, to me, as soon as I pressed play in my car on Friday, I was so confused. And it might just because I don't know who this guy that he sang it with, but it's Morgan Evans came out with a live version from the Sydney Opera House with John Williamson, I believe it's, and his Rip Rip Wood Chip song. I don't know what to think of this song. I know I sent it to a few people and they're like, what did you just send me? And I'm like, I wanted to see if anybody was reacting the same way and if maybe I was just wrong in the situation, but I don't understand it. But go check that out just to see what I'm talking about. But let's get back into the media based chart. Number 5 this week, Chase Beckham came up from number 8 last week. That's a pretty big bump with his song 23. That's a song that he sang as when he won American Idol like 3 or 4 years ago. And it's crazy because they released it to country radio, I believe, at the beginning of 2023. I reintroduced it because it was on country radio when he won American Idol, and then they reintroduced it after he released numerous songs. But I think 23 and 2023 was kind of a inkling of his label to say, hey, let's re-release it. Now we are here 2024, and it's finally in the top 5. Crazy how country radio works. Number 4, Parker McCollum, Burden Down. Number 3, Morgan Wallen with Eric Church with Man Made a Bar. Number 2 this week, Hardy, Truck Bed. And number 1 this week was Thomas Rhett and Morgan Wallen with Mama's House. Pretty cool. And I know we talked about Sam Hunt's Outskirts, and that's number 8 this week. So I'm guessing Locked Up will be the next single off of his EP once Outskirts goes number 1, which probably will. It's been getting a lot of spins on country radio. So that's all we have for today. We have another episode of the Pro Series coming out this week, so stay tuned to that. And that's about it. Send in anything you want to talk about off topic wise, or if you have your own design fails, send those in as well because I will post them. So have a good rest of the week, and we'll talk later.